Hey, everybody. Good morning. Great morning. Great morning. Come on in. Come on in. Come on in. And as you come in, make sure you get in that comment section and just, hey, let me know where you're joining me from. I'd love to give you a shout out. Love to kind of put your name up on the screen. Let me give you an idea about what this show is going to be about. This is the first episode, number one. Before I do that, as you can see, in the deal there. My name is Sean Hill. I am the passive money coach, and I show entrepreneurs and professionals how to make money online. And what this is the first edition of the HYIPS Report, the HYIPS Report. So many of you are familiar with what HYIPS are, and some of you are not. So if you're not familiar with it, and as I said, I love engagement, definitely you can get in the comment section. If you have a question or anything like that, definitely I'll get back to it. But I want to kind of set the tone for the show and let you know what this show is going to be about, what to expect, and then we're going to get right into the show because I want you to enjoy your Saturday. So what is a HYIP? A HYIP is a high yield investment platform. In other words, these are platforms that usually give you more than the normal interest rate. Now, we understand with higher rates of return comes higher risk. So many of these, well, these are all risky platforms. Some are riskier than others. Welcome. I'm glad you're here. So what I want to do is I want to come before you every Saturday at 11 a.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. And what we're going to be talking about is just a few things. One of the things we're going to be talking about is the weekly HYIP news. So what happened this week in HYIPs? What was good, the bad, the ugly, and everything in between? I see we have 3 people on. Don't be shy. Make sure you say good morning. Get in the comment section. I'd love to give you a shout out. So that's what we're going to talk. We're going to talk about what happened this week in the HYIPs area. Number 2, we're going to talk about my top 5 HYIPs. I'd love to hear yours. We're going to talk about mine. This is not up for debate. In other words, this is not, oh, I don't like that program. Oh, this program is not, this program is better. It's not about all that. This is just what mine are. Now, let me say this before we go further. I'm not a financial advisor. This isn't financial advice. I'm just sharing with you my experiences and just want to, share with you what I'm seeing, what I'm going through. Please, 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 before you join anything, do your own due diligence. And always, always only invest money that you're willing and able to lose. So with that being said, these are my 5. I'm going to give those to you later. Then we're going to do a couple of test drives, a couple of popular programs that are really, really gaining some traction right now. We're going to get have a look at those. One is called Bonanza. So we'll kind of have a look at Bonanza, and the next one is called Fundsz. So you've heard, I'm sure you both heard of those programs. We're going to look at those. Okay, with that being said, what are the top stories that happened this week? Number 1 has to be the closing, for at least for most people, the closing down of Explosive X. Yes, yes, Explosive X. Can you believe that? Well, I can believe it because we've just seen a lot happen in this space. I mean, just a few weeks ago, I don't remember how long ago, we had often closed down. And now, just this week, well, at least often lasted 19 days. Explosive X, man, it lasted only 9 days. Let me just, so I can put this up here. It gave us 9 days, guys, 9 days. And, what can we say? What can one say about this program? You thought it had everything that would make it last longer than that. But these platforms are loyal. They can go at any moment. They could just be gone. And that's literally what happened with this program. It was rocking. It was rolling. The CEO, whoever he said he was doing interviews. The people, the chat was lively. It seemed like they were making the payments on time. Then whenever a platform starts having trouble with payments, there's going to be some issues. So, it closed down this week. And, well, what else can we say about that? All right, for those Imini FX fans or people or whatever we have out there, there was some news, some interesting news, good news, and maybe not so good news for Eddie Alexander. First thing is his court case was terminated, I think on Thursday. So that was good news. Yay, everybody was celebrating. But then they refiled an indictment for him on Friday. So they terminated the case that was in process and then went before a grand jury with an indictment on Friday. But one of the things that I've reported that, is that he was able to get some of the bond restrictions, that he didn't have to use his one of his cars, his BMW, didn't have to use it for bond, and that is also able to attend religious service. So that was a positive. So hey, good for that. Good for him and good for that. So we'll just kind of kind of keep your eye out for that one to see how that goes. And as things happen, we will come and we will let you know. So you guys are so quiet. Like I said, get in the comments, say hello, give me a thumbs up, likes, all that good stuff. I love to hear from you. Just a quiet audience today. All right, so guys, let me give you my top 5 HYIPs. These are the top 5 programs that I'm enjoying. Once again, do your own due diligence, but I'm going to go through a couple of my top 5. So with that being said, let me share my screen with you. And now we're going to go here. I'm going to start from the beginning. All right, so this is the HYIPS report. Going to talk about my top 5. Let me, before I get into this part, because this is the part that kind of always kind of throws people a little bit, let me give you a moment to look over this disclaimer. All right, guys, so let's get right to it. And we already covered the weekly news, so we already did that. My favorite 5. Now, these are my favorite 5 programs. Always do your own search before joining any program, and no income or success is promised, guaranteed, or warranted. So if you join any of these programs, they go away. Don't come back to me talking about, oh, I can't believe you told me to get. I never told you getting anything. I never told you get anything. I'm just sharing the ones I've had some success with. And if you choose to join them, great. If you don't, that's okay too. Okay. So number 5, and it's gonna be one of the ones that I do a test drive on today, but I haven't found one. I tell you, these past few weeks have gone through some of my, what I would consider my top programs. I'm having to change every day. One day I have an often at number 1, then the often disappears. Then I really never. Then one day I had like Profit Max at number 3. Then Profit Max disappeared. Then now I moved, Explosive X to my top 5. Then it disappears. So the top 5 almost changes daily. So I haven't had chance to catch my breath and really find another 5. But here's what I will promise you: one of the programs that we do today, that I test drive today, we're gonna pull it into the driveway. We're gonna take that one. One of the programs would be in the number 5 slot today. So that being said, number 4 is Investfunds. This is one that promise you that you can get 1.17% daily, and there's no limit on how long this will last. Some say 5% for 28 days or da 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 da. So this is continuous. You just keep on getting it, as long as the platform stays up. $25 minimum investment, so you can get in at a real low cost. $10 minimum withdrawal. And TRC20. One of the things I really like about this one is that this has been paying for over 162 days. It has a good daily average, 1.17%, should be sustainable, but it's not excessive. So 162 days in this atmosphere, hey, that's something to be commended. So let's kind of go here in this. Okay, go here, exit that. And let's look at Investfunds and see what it looks like. So this is the site. You will come here, and don't worry, guys. All this information I'm going to come back through after the show is over, and I'm going to put it in the comment section. Okay. So this is what the site looks like. Just gives you a lot of the information about the company, yada yada yada. So these are the programs. This is kind of the area I wanted. We're not going to go. We're not. This is going to be very high level. I'm going to be doing whole, reviews and things and updates on the different sites. So don't worry about that. This is at a very high level. So you have 2 plans you can choose from. The IFO Classic, you can deposit $25. You get 1.175% daily. That's 5 days a week, and they have fast withdrawal. Or you can go with the IFO Crypto, the deposit for $100. The 0.9, that's actually should be 0.91% daily, but that's 7 days a week as opposed to 5 days a week. This is the one I went with because I want that much 7 days a week as opposed to 5, but you can get in where you fit in with this one. And so I just want that to show that one to you. Okay, so that is number 4. Let's go back. Okay, so let's here. So that's number 4. Number 3 is green income. Now, this is one of the ones that I think is kind of a hidden jewel. It's been going on for 186 days at 3.6%. So to have that level of rate per day at 3.6%, that's pretty cool. I don't think a lot of people know about this one. There's a $30 Bitcoin. It only takes, and there are certain things that about it that you can see may limit it from just a lot of people and maybe just overall just notoriety and success. One of the things is it only takes certain coins, so it's just not going to take a lot. I think it's Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Litecoin. If you want to use Bitcoin, it's a $30 Bitcoin minimum, $5 Bitcoin minimum to withdraw. Once again, what I like about this is it has a really aggressive rate, 3.6% per day, and it's been running for 186 days. So that's really good. So let's go ahead and take a look at that one. And this is green income here. So this is how it looks. And let's go out here. And what you'll see is you have your choice. These run for 60 days. I do like the fact that it has online chat. That is pretty cool. 300. So you get 3.6% for 60 days. Minimum deposit of $30. Maximum deposit of $4.99. I really like sites like this that give you the information up front. I mean, you just have to go here and get the information. You don't have to ask a lot of other people. It's right on the site, so I really like that. Or if you want to go, that's up to $30 to $4.99. If you want to go a little higher, that's $500 to $39.99. That's 5% for 60 days. And if you want to go even higher, minimum deposit of $4,000 to $50,000. That's 7% for 60 days. So those are some pretty good aggressive rates. Let's see here. There was something else I wanted to show you. So here are the stats. 187 days running. So like I said, just it's been here. It's been delivering. And now let's go and see how this is the there we go. Do one of my favorite things. Let's see how instant it is. Withdraw. I think I should have my, yes, I have my wallet up. There it is. And 860. So let's see. I even set up my wallet. Yes, looks like I did. No fees, gotta like that. I like the captcha. No SMS text messaging being sent. So that's always a good thing. For those that have been with, what's his name, you'll kind of get that. Withdrawal request successfully saved. See, you have no funds to withdraw. Okay. All right. So we shall see how quick that is indeed. So let's go here. I don't think I have any. Go here. I don't have any Bitcoin. Okay. Let's go here. Bitcoin. Okay, so it wasn't that instant. We haven't received it yet, but okay. So hopefully we'll receive it before the end of this. I know that sometimes they say it does. There is some type of delay, but that's okay. All right, so that is greenincome.org. That is the number 3, I believe. Let's see. Yeah, that's my number 3. Okay, So let's keep rocking and rolling. Number 2, ASAP Air. ASAP Air. That one is giving 4% per day, $20 minimum to join that one, $5 minimum to withdraw, and you can withdraw in TRC20. So what I like about that one is, hey, 4% per day, very nice. It will not let you deposit just any amount. So there are limits that they place upon the amount of the deposit. I like that for sustainability. So you have, now they're pretty high, right? So, but you also have a daily limit and you have a monthly limit if you go over those. So I really, really like that about the platform. Let's go and look at that platform. So this is ASAP Air. You see the platform. So let's kind of go here. And so let's look over there. So they have 31-day plans. The plans go everything from 4% on up to 6%, depending on how much you deposit. You'll get your return investment in, depending on, once again, how much you deposit in 17 to 25 days. Your total profitability will be between 24% to 86% per month. That's including your payout. The payment is instant. Minimum investment is $20. So you can get into this one with $20. Maximum investment amount is $50,000. And so that's ASAP Air. So that comes in at number 2. And like I said, these just show, so these are the different rates here, 4%, and that starts at 20 and it goes on up to, and so these are just the $24.99. If you have $24.99 or above, you'd be 4.25. And if you have 10,000 or above, 4.5. If you have 30,000 or above, 5.0. And if you have $75,000 or more, that would be at 6.0% for 30 days. So that is, all right, that is number 2. Now, number one, let's rock and roll. Drum roll, please. Please, number 1 is Pegasus. Man, 1.5% per day for 200 days for 300% total income. So what I tell people is you don't even need a compound calculator. Whatever you deposit, and it starts at $300, the minimum deposit, whatever you deposit, multiply that times 3. That's what you're going to get back at the end of 200 days. Now, you don't have to wait till the 200 days to get it. You're going to be getting a portion of that every day. You're going to be getting a portion of your principal and a portion of your percentage every day. So 0.5 of that is going to be your principal that you're going to be getting on a daily basis. The 1% of that is going to be the profit that you're going to be getting on a daily basis. One of the things I have to love, I don't love any platform. One of the things that I really like about this platform, once again, I like platforms that have some longevity, 175 days. I like the fact that they don't allow you to compound. Now you can pull your money off and put it back on, and that kind of creates a compounding effect, but you just can't. I mean, you can if you want to, but if just leaving your money on there, you're not going to get any kind of compounding effect. So that I like that. I really, really like the fact that they have a good and helpful Telegram group. That's always important when you need some information. Of course, they have their own, support, but having that good solid Telegram group is really, really valuable. So let's go take a look at Peggy, like I like to call her. Let's go take a look at Peggy. And here is Peggy. And let's go just here. We're going to test that out in a moment. Home. So I wanted to kind of show you 176 days online. Awesome, awesome, awesome. This is the investment plan, 1.5% per day for 200 days. You see all the coins that they take, but no matter what you put in, you're going to get Bitcoin back out. So just be aware of that. Minimum deposit is 300. We talked about that. 300 up to $300,000, and you can have 10 slots. So you could so the maximum, I guess, if you want to have a maximum, you would be able to deposit is $3 million. Simple math, right? Your next deposit should be equal to or more than your last deposit. So what that means is, let's say, for instance, you go in and you deposit $1,000. Well, your next deposit is going to be expected to be $1,000 or more. Now, how do they control that? Do they have some parameters? I don't know, but that's what the expectation is. So you can get started with as little as $300 up to $300,000. You have 10 slots. once you go fill up those 10 slots, you have to wait till one of those slots expires before you can start another one. Okay. The minimum to withdraw is $30. There's a $5, I'm sorry, not $5, 5% charge on every deposit and withdrawal. And the thing, I know it sounds like, oh my God, a charge. The thing I like about that though is that goes to the dividends. Oh, that's just extra money. So the company could keep the 5%. That's just the cost of doing business. But what they do, 3% of that 5% on deposits and withdrawals, they redistribute back to the investors, and it's based upon how much you have invested in the company. In other words, so the person that has 3 million is going to get a bigger share of the deposits than the person that has 300. That's just seems fair to me. So I don't have a problem with that. Instant payments in BTC and 300%. So with that being said, let's go check it out. We're going to go home. And we are going to go here, withdraw, Exodus, what's I had? Okay, it'll tell you how much you can get out. So 38.52. So remember, the minimum to withdraw is $30. And we're going to submit that. All right, and let's go to the wallet. Now let's refresh. And there it is. So one of them came through. We know one of them gonna come through. And so, hey, Pegasus, now you see why Pegasus is number one. It has delivered. It's been online 100 and I think over 170 days. It went through the crash. It went through a whole lot of other platforms coming and going, but Pegasus continues to deliver. So like I said, that's my top 5. All that will be in the comment section as I finish this video, so you can check out any of those that you want to. Look at it added up. I love it. I love it. Let's see. Did the other one come through? Let's see. That's still Pegasus. Okay. All right. I just saw it going up. Okay. Okay. All right. Okay. So that is my top 5. And now, drum roll, please, as we finish this out. So that's my top 5. Now, what I want to do is let's do a test drive. Let's test drive a couple of sites. One of them is Bonanza. So I've seen Bonanza advertised on a few people's places. The main person I saw advertising Bonanza was Crypto Muscle. So shout out to Crypto Muscle. Appreciate you bringing in this one. I've seen it a couple other places. So this is Bonanza. Now, the thing about Bonanza is when you click the link, somebody's link, you have to register, right? You have to register, and it kind of I didn't see a site. I didn't see another site. So you register, and registering doesn't take long. But then you come into once you register, you come into the back office. So here are the plans. Junior plan. So their plans start out at $500. That's where their plans start out. And it says read more here. So when you click here and it says the plan, so you think you're going to be able to click there, but there's nothing there to click. And that's the same on all of them. So I have no idea. Alternate log out. Okay, so it's very basic. And this button only kind of, I would think for $500, I'm going to start at $500. It's going to be a little bit better than this. I'm just going to be honest with you. You're going to have to give me something because I have no idea. So then you click on purchase. So as a junior, and you get 10% a month. Let me slow that down and let you hear that again. You start out at $500. And for your $500, you get 10% per month, which is averaging about 2.5% per week. Okay. And it looks like we can make the payment in Bitcoin. Okay. Looks like maybe that's the only one you can make it in. Okay. All right. And these are just the different programs here. But there's nothing to read. There's really nothing to read. Let's see. That one is at 10. And of course, I guess so. If you do it quarterly, semi-annually, and annually, you'll get a higher percentage rate. But annual, even this is only 15. I mean, not that 15% isn't, admirable, but for the year, I mean, you could do a lot of other things than putting your money here and make 15% a year. So there's not really a lot to this. I'm not going to click on all these plans and go through all of them. They have some very, very high plans. Legendary. I love the names. Legend. Why don't we have a better website? If we're going to be asking people to spend this type of money and look like all the percentages are the same. So no matter what plan, am I missing something here? No matter what plan that you choose, you're still going to get the same percentage rate. That just does not. But there's nothing to read. I can only go by what I'm saying. So 10%. So whether you, I guess it's just more money, but I really won't understand the point of investing more here, because you don't get any greater benefit by investing more. I would love to see a better site. I would love to see something that scales up so that if you invest more, you actually get more as an incentive to invest. And I don't like that high starting point. Hey, for some people, it's going to work. Some people want that. But at that high starting point, there are just different platforms that can give you more. I mean, my goodness. And I don't have any. So, and also, I don't have any idea how long this platform has been around. You just come here. You just come here. There's just nothing here. And also, as a person that likes to share this with other people, when I think about share this with somebody, I would have to then answer so many questions that makes this very difficult to share, just as a platform. So I'm gonna put a pin in that one. Let's go look at we're gonna take a second test drive. Let's look at Fundsz. So this is the Fundsz website. When you come to the website, global launch 200 countries registered today. Welcome to Fundsz. High tech, high touch, high impact. Got that here. Community unity, clean water, humanitarian. All that's wonderful. Okay, time and positioning. How can we claim to be the world's first? Instant peer-to-peer donation payments. First to pay house and car bonuses. I think some other platforms have done that as well, so I don't know if they're the first. Maybe the first in crypto. I don't know. First to pay residual donation payments. First decentralized fundraiser platform. Okay. First placement tool to strategically build a team. Global opportunity tools for most countries. Acquire crypto assets to grow your wealth. Financial freedom library. Weekly content by pros. Okay. They show you the car bonus. Qualify for the house bonus. Yada yada yada. Okay, friends, hashtag friends for life. So this is what comes in it. Video library by professionals, how to create daily income, wealth preservation. So I guess these are the videos that come with it. Friends for life, the platform, and that's kind of it for the Fundsz platform. So one of the things one of the things I don't like about the platform is I have no idea what it costs to get started, what the plans are. So once again, both of these platforms suffer from the same thing. Well, at least Fundsz kind of gives you an idea about what it's about. Bonanza, you just thrown into the middle. It's just thrown into the middle of the highway. Fundsz does tell you a little bit more about the company, kind of what they do, but as from an investor, I have no idea what the expectations are. What do I get? What does it cost? How can I how can I get in? How can I get started? Where's the FAQs? And so both of these websites are really, really lacking. I told you I'm not going to sugarcoat anything. This is just my impressions. Somebody else may have a different impression of these websites, and you may like them, and that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. But just on the surface of it, Fundsz does have a little bit more. As I dug a little deeper into Fundsz, I was able to find out that they're very much like Novatech in their averages. So for the Novatech family, don't yell at me. Don't just, no, it's not like Novatech. Okay, just give me a moment. I'm not saying that. They're very much like Novatech in their averages. In other words, Novatech averages, they don't promise, they say up to about 3% per week So those funds, they average look at the numbers, they're averaging about 3% per week. So you're looking at about 12% per month. They do have a couple of packages. One is a membership. So there's a membership fee that you have to pay monthly. One is the silver package. That's $10 a month. If you just want to be a passive investor, that's the one I would suggest. The minimum to get started with funds is $100. If you want to kind of build a team and be more active, then they have the gold package, and you just get more benefits with the gold package. So you pay your, so you could submit $110. You can submit, and so what that would do, if you just want to start with the minimum, what that would do is $10 will go to your monthly fee. The $100 will go to what's called your stake. So you're staking. So you're putting that 100 into the account so that it can, build as it grows, as it goes. It's locked in for 90 days. And so then if you want to move it out, you can certainly have access to it, no penalties. Or if you just want to leave it there and let it grow, you can do that as well. And you can have multiple stakes on this platform. So with that being said, just looking at these two platforms, I did promise you one of these would be my number 5, just from what I've been able to find out. And also, they have a very active Telegram community, very positive community. The percentage rate is much better. I mean, for this one, I can start out at, even if I looked at apples to apples comparison, if I had $500 a month, I'll make $500 a month on this one. And at 10%, on this one, I would make $500 at 12%. Well, why would I not go with this one? Just if we just looked at it on that level, I would definitely pick Fundsz. So Fundsz will be my number 5, and because of some of the things that I talked about, that's why I would have to put it at 5, because it's just very difficult to really get an understanding unless you talk to somebody. Here's one of the things I will say about Fundsz: they do have a lot of information. Once you become part of the community. They have webinars. They have in multiple languages. The management team of Fundsz is American based, and they've been on different projects. I think for 5 or 6 years they've worked together. So I do like that as well. That these are people that they are in there. You can see them, you can touch them, you can get a hold of them. So I do like those that factor, especially after all these platforms that have gone down and you don't have any idea who the people were. They just disappear on you. So Fundsz is number 5. So Fundsz is number 5. Okay, guys. Well, that's it. I've tried to keep it at about 30 minutes. I hope you've enjoyed this. As I said, going forward, this is what I'm going to do every Saturday and just kind of hang out with you for a little bit. So let me go stop the share and see if we have any questions or anything like that. So let me go here and stop sharing. All right, let's see. Cynthia, hey, Cynthia from Alabama. Hey, Cynthia, it's great to have you here. I appreciate you guys. I appreciate you for hanging out with me. If you have any questions, comments, thoughts, what are your thoughts? What is your number 1? Did you like Fundsz? Are you part of Fundsz? Are you a part of any of these companies? Do you have anything that you want to ask or say about them? I want to hang out with you just for a few more minutes, get a little more engagement, hopefully, and see if there's any questions that you may have coming up. Some exciting things coming up this week. A lot of test drives. So a lot of test drives. A lot of companies that are out there. Some I've looked at and some I like, and these are just my opinions. And some I'm like, yeah, I think we're gonna let that one pass. But you'll know as I go forward with that. Okay, guys. Looks like that's gonna be it for the first show. We come back here next Saturday. We're going to do this every Saturday. Lord says the same at 11 Eastern, 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. And we'll kind of hang out and I'll give you the latest and greatest in the world of HYIPS. With that being said, this is Sean Hill, the Passive Income Coach, and I'll see you on the next video.